Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Today we'll be doing a review of the 2020 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. We'll do an outside walk around, an inside tour, and take it on a drive. Before we get into the rest of this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Carson Toyota for providing me with this car to review. They're one of the largest dealerships in SoCal and can help you find the Toyota you are looking for. I'll link all their contact information below. Be sure to give it a call if you have any further questions on Toyotas. Alright guys, so we're finally able to review the TRD Pro version of the 4Runner. You guys don't even know how hard it was for me to get a hold of this. The first one they got in stock sold out the moment I got there. Same thing with the second one. This was the third one that they had to get in stock and in time for me to actually review it. And that just shows you like how much demand there is for this type of vehicle. So starting off with the specs, we have the 4-liter V6 pushing out 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. It's made to that 5-speed automatic and gets you 60 miles per gallon in the city, 19 in the highway, and 17 combined. This does have that part-time 4-wheel drive system with that active traction control, and you'll notice that by the transfer case when you look under this vehicle. Starting with the styling, I want to focus on what sets the TRD Pro version from the TRD Off Road I reviewed previously. Starting with the front, the biggest difference is the unique heritage Toyota front grille with that Toyota lettering on it. You don't notice the fact that the center grille is blacked out here since it matches the exterior color, but it really does pop on the other colorways. Going on to the lighting package, this SUV offers smoke trim projector beam headlights with LED fog lights. Lastly, I feel like I have to point out the non-functional hood vent, which I get a little annoyed by to this day. Going on to the side, there isn't too much going on here. You have the 17-inch matte black TRD rims, which are well sized for this vehicle. I would recommend a more aggressive tread if you're serious about off-roading it. Lastly, you do have the TRD Pro badging, which is also blacked out. It pops more in other colorways, but this specific vehicle is going for that triple black look, which I'm into. Going on the back, you have the iconic rear window which can roll down, allowing you to fit big things and let through some fresh air. There's a ton of blacked out trim and badging here, and I appreciate the consistency. You do also get a color matched deck lid spoiler, which I guess helps downforce, right? And lastly, the clear headlights with smoke trim tie out the look perfectly. Before I step inside, I do want to talk about the highlight exterior features which make this TRD Pro the TRD Pro. Starting at the top, you have the roof basket to use when strapping on extra storage and equipment. The TRD exhaust has a blacked out polished tip, and we will hear how it sounds in a little bit. Going on the underside of this vehicle, you'll see the 1/4-inch stamped TRD skid plate. And for the key feature, which is really the most critical reason why you purchase this SUV in this trim, is the factory Fox shocks with rear remote reservoirs. Now, I wasn't able to experience how these perform off-road, but I'll link a really cool video on how these shocks actually work. They're position sensitive and the technology behind them is very impressive. Okay, once we step inside, the biggest thing you will notice is how rugged the interior feels. I feel like everything here is just oversized and it really gives you that robust experience. New for 2020 is the 8-inch Entune infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and I'll link a full video with the entire walkthrough on that system. In terms of interior fit and finish, you do have some nice leather with some red stitching, as well as the TRD emblems on the headrests. You do also have carbon fiber plastic around the center console, which is kind of cheesy if you're particular about that stuff, but it suits this blacked out aesthetic in the model I am reviewing here very nicely. But you can forget that because what really matters here is the 4-wheel drive shifter. This is why you get the TRD Pro, the TRD Off Road, and this 4-wheel drive system. Now, I'll show you how to shift it right here. You can shift from H2, which is high 2, to H4, stands for high 4, while driving up to speeds of 50 miles per hour. To shift from H4 to L4 and back, you need to be at a complete stop and shift it into neutral. Please do not try to do this while driving, or you may have some very nasty grinding noises. If you are enjoying this content so far, please smash that like button so that it gets suggested to other people who might enjoy this type of content as well, and consider subscribing if you would like to see more vehicle reviews in the future. And with that said, let's start this thing up and take it on a drive. All right, let's power this thing up and take it for a drive. So as you guys heard from that cold start, sounds pretty good. Exhaust system, I mean, it's that 4-liter V8, 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. All right, guys, let's get a feel for how this thing drives. I mean, the biggest reason you get this is because of those Fox shocks and all the standard equipment that comes with this TRD Pro, as I mentioned in the voiceover. So you guys already know about that. But what is it like to actually just drive this thing day to day in the city? And since a lot of people, they won't be going off-roading all the time, will be using this in the city on their commute. So it's supposed to be a go anywhere, do anything car. So this is part of that anywhere scenario. Even though you don't get the best MPG in this SUV, the engine is smooth. You hear it in the cabin, so it's not like it's getting completely insulated, but I think that's also good. It gives you that rugged feel that you want from this type of SUV. That power bulge is what I'm gonna call it. I don't think it's a hood vent because it's not a hood vent, so we shouldn't call it if it's not even working as one. But the power bulge makes you really feel like you're in something a little special here. It is offered on the other TRD Off Road models and whatnot, but it's nice to see that here as well. I wish they did a little more, a little more above and beyond, like they do on the TRD Pros for the Tacoma and the Tundra. All right, guys, I'm gonna slow it down here. Going to sport mode. Going to sport mode. Shift this thing into first gear. Just lets you get in, and I'm gonna roll on it. You guys are ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, definitely enough power there. When you're commuting, getting up on the freeway and catching up to speed and changing lanes, so you do have your pulling power there. But the real performance use case here is off-roading, because you have that locker, you have your 4-wheel low, which is what you really want when you're going off-road. But it's nice to see that you have that luxury in the city in terms of being able to pass and pull when needed. In terms of fit and finish on the inside, I'm a fan. It does feel special when you are in this SUV. The carbon fiber is questionable. It's not like functional, but I'll give it a pass here just because I'm in an all blacked out 4Runner. Then let's open up that rear view window. It's always nice to see. Oh wow, we got cops here. But if you want a clear view, or if you just want that ventilation to avoid buffeting and whatnot. So I think if you're going to purchase this SUV today, the real reason is you want the latest tech that they're offering right now with this new 8-inch N2 system. And I do a full walkthrough on that, and I'll link it below. But you still want that 5-speed. You still want the V6. We don't know if this is going to stay the same in future 4Runners. So if you want it now and you want it in this package from the factory, off-road ready from the moment you take the keys, this is going to be it. And it's going to last you a really long time. These have a really good track record of reliability, dependability, and also just value. They hold their value really well. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I'm a really big fan of this. I think it does offer enough significant performance enhancements to separate itself from the TRD Off Road, which is the trim below this from an off-roading standpoint. And you have 4-wheel drive. It's the right formula, it's the right recipe. So, yeah, if you're interested, definitely check it out. If you do want to see more content like this, please smash that like button. It helps me out a lot and helps get this video suggested to other people. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing more 4Runner coverage or any other Toyota coverage as well. I do a lot and have a lot more planned in the future. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.